Well, here is the all-new 2025 Nissan Armada Pro-4X. If you guys are new to the channel, my name is Jason and I do car reviews here in Canada. So reviews just like this. If you love car reviews, be sure to like this video and also subscribe to the channel. And also thank you to Direct Nissan for allowing me to review their all-new Armada. So in today's video, I'm going to be going over the different models that you can get with the Nissan Armada, the safety features that you get with this Pro 4X model, the exterior, the interior, the infotainment system, and of course the pricing. Now for the different models that you can get with the new Nissan Armada, this will be the SL Platinum Pro 4X, which is actually a all new trim for 2025, Platinum Reserve, and the Platinum Reserve Captain's Chairs. Alright, so for the safety features that you get with the Pro 4X here, there's a ton of them, so I'm just going to quickly list them off. It's things like rear cross traffic alert, predictive forward emergency braking with pedestrian detection, 3D around view monitor, intelligent blind spot intervention, intelligent forward collision warning, intelligent lane intervention, intelligent cruise control, intelligent driver alertness, traffic sign recognition, haptic steering, blind spot warning, trailer blind spot warning, lane keep assist, lane departure warning, lane departure prevention, rear automatic braking, the Pro Pilot Assist 1.1, front and rear sonar sensors, intelligent park assist, and the trailer sway control. So as you can see, this thing is packed with safety features. Alright, now as for what powers the Armada, for the first time since it's ever launched, the Armada doesn't have the V8 under the hood anymore. Instead, this big SUV gets a spin-off of the twin-turbo V6 that powers the Nissan GT-R, but obviously not the same power. But in case you're wondering, it's a 3.5-liter twin-turbo V6 engine, and the Armada puts out 425 horsepower and 516 pound-foot of torque, which is actually 25 horsepower and 103 pound-foot of torque more than the outgoing V8. And also, towing-wise, this can tow up to 8,500 pounds. And if you're wondering about the fuel economy, well, it's about 14.7 liters per 100 kilometers in the city and 12.4 liters per 100 kilometers on the highway. And if you're unfamiliar with the Nissan Armada, well, Nissan introduced this full-size SUV about 20 years ago, and it has remained its flagship SUV in the lineup. Now, the Armada moves into its third generation for 2025, representing a significant upgrade over the outgoing version. And also, the Armada comes strong with the new stylish look, of course, as you can see. It's got a completely updated cabin, new high-tech features, and improved capabilities. Alright, let's jump into the front and see what we have going on. You can tell right off the bat how bold these features are on this vehicle. It's a big SUV and it has bold features which definitely stand out. So if you look down here on the bumper area, you do have black trimming all across. You'll notice the bottom section here is gloss black trimming, and you also have a underbody skid plate on this for obviously off-roading purposes. And then this section here where the fog lights are is in black plastic. If you look further down, you do have a black tow hook and then a red tow hook right over there. And you've also got the front safety sensors that run across with the sensor there in the center and the LED fog lights on both of the sides, of course. And then you move into this massive but very nice looking grille, and all of this is gloss black, which I love, and it definitely stands out with the designing it has. In the center here, you've got the gloss black and red Nissan logo with the front facing camera right there. And even at the top here, you have like these vents. They're not functional, but these do look very cool. And then you move into these beautiful LED lights. I just love the daytime running lights and how these are designed. This just looks so nice on this vehicle, and if I actually take a step back, you can see it's a very aggressive, I think, looking vehicle. All right, now coming to the side, you can see this is sitting very low, and that's because you can adjust the suspension on this, which is pretty neat. This also has a electronic locking rear diff and a load leveling suspension. So if we actually take a look up top here, you do have a full panoramic sunroof, which I love. And then to match all of the black accents on this, you've got the black roof rails, and the whole top of the vehicle is black. So you get a top black and then the rest of the paint job here. Around the windows, it's pretty unique. Not only do you have gloss black trimming all around, But then here at the bottom, all the way across, you kind of have like this black chrome trimming, which does stand out. And you've got the body color door handles. As for your side mirrors, these are also gloss black. I love how they did everything gloss black. Typically you see either the top or the bottom gloss black and the rest of it's like that black plastic, but this is all gloss black. You've got the turn signal right here, and then underneath here you've got the side mirror cameras, and this does have the full 360 camera view. It's actually a 3D one, which I'm going to show you inside. Now over on the fender area, you've got this gloss black venting going on, and with this one also you have the side steps. And as for these wheels, these are very, very nice looking wheels. You've got the gloss black going on, the red Nissan logo in the center, and these are your 20-inch wheels with the all-terrain tires. So these definitely complement the vehicle, because if I take a step back, you can see how nice they look on this. And another distinctive thing that you'll notice about the Pro-4Xs is on the back window here, you do have the red Armada trimming. All right, now coming to the rear of this beautiful Armada, you can see the bold looks continue back here as well. So on your bumper area, again, it's similar to the front, and what I mean by that is you have gloss black here and here, and then all of this in the center and around the gloss black, you have the black plastic. In the center there, you do have your hitch, also the rear reflectors and the rear safety sensors. And if you look closely underneath, you do have your spare tire here, and then over here is where your exhaust is hidden away. Now let's move into the tailgate area. You have this gloss black bar that stretches across, and it also spells out Armada, as you can see. And then over on this side, you've got a gloss black Pro-4X badge. And then you have these very nice looking lights. I think these lights are probably the best lights I've seen so far on a vehicle, because you have not only here, of course, and then you have this light bar that stretches across, and in the middle here you do have the Nissan badging again. So this definitely looks very, very unique. Also up top here, you kind of have like this built-in spoiler with the brake light, and your wiper is actually hidden away, so you get a nice clean look back here. All right, let's open up the tailgate here and see what we have going on inside. You just press the little button underneath, and it is a power liftgate, of course. And back here, you do have a decent amount of storage space. Even though this is a 3-row SUV, and with all the seats folded up, you still have some space here that you can definitely utilize. And if you are curious, back here, it is actually improved cargo space with 20.4 cubic feet of space. And then if you do fold down the 3rd row seats, then it opens up to 56.3 cubic feet of space. But let's say you want to use all of the space and you fold down the 2nd and 3rd row, then you're looking at 97.1 cubic feet of space. So down here in like this carpet area, if you do lift this, you do have a tiny bit of space here, so you can maybe hide things away and just tuck them away here. Also back here, you'll notice that you do have this 120 volt outlet there, and then over on this side is all of the fun stuff. So all of this here, not only do you have your suspension, which you can adjust from back here, but you can also power fold the 2nd and 3rd row seats, which is pretty cool. All right, so let me show you the 2nd and 3rd row seats and to fold them down. So let's say I go ahead and press the left side here. It's gonna unlatch and it's gonna go down. Right now it didn't because it has the plastic and everything. But let me show you the 3rd row here. So if I press the right one, it's gonna go down, and then same thing for the left side, as you can see there. And I can even bring the seat back up, which is actually very convenient. So that's only with the 3rd row that you can bring the seats back up. For the 2nd row, you can only fold them down. All right, now let's head inside the Armada and see what we have going on. So you have an all black interior trimming right there, but there are some pieces that do stand out, and you'll notice those throughout the interior. So down here, you do have some space. You've got your speaker right here. You've got another speaker here, and this one does come with the Klipsch audio sound system. And then up here on your armrest area, you do have leather with the contrast stitching there. And then even around your window control here, you have like this unique trimming, almost like a brushed aluminum trim, which definitely stands out. And then all up here, you have soft touch material, and then the red contrast stitching, and then this unique trimming. But you kind of have like these 3D printed symbols on this, and this actually looks so cool in person. All right, now let's enter inside. I'm gonna start off in the 3rd row and then work my way to the 2nd row. So how do you get to the 3rd row? Well, it's pretty simple, because you have a latch right here, which you just pull on, and the seat comes forward. So back here, you have, I think, a good amount of room for all of your passengers that can fit perfectly. And you do have leather seats here with the same white contrast stitching that you saw on the doors. However, the only thing you'll notice compared to like the first row and the second row is those seats have the middle perforated sections. This is just all smooth leather trim. There's no perforated sections or any of that sort, and you'll know what I'm talking about when I go to the second row. All right, so I'm going to jump back here and kind of show you the legroom and the headroom that I have back here. I am 5'11", so you kind of have an idea if you'll fit back here if you are stuck during a road trip. All right, so I'm back here. I'm just gonna put this seat all the way back how it was. As you can see, I don't know if you can tell, but I fit pretty snug back here. Obviously, if the second row moves the seat up a little bit, so then I should be a little bit better. Let me show you the headroom. So back here, even though I'm wearing a hat, my head is in the ceiling. Like, I have barely any room to put my fingers. So maybe if you have someone smaller or kids back here, they should be perfectly fine. Or if you're not wearing a hat like I am, plus these seats back here can recline, so that will open up a little bit more headroom space. Also back here for the third row seats, not only do you have your cup holders, you got a charging port, and then you have this button here. This is to actually power adjust the third row seats, which is very, very unique. So I can kind of recline them or move them back, which is pretty neat. And if I want to move it all the way up, I can. And if I want to kind of have it on an angle, I can, but it doesn't go too far back. But yeah, that's about it. All right, now let's talk about the second row here. So this is what I was talking about. You can see how much nicer the second row seats are compared to the third row with all of the detailing and everything. Even on the headrest here, you've got the red Pro-4X stitched in. You've got this nice section here with like the padded sections for extra comfort. We've even got the red stitching down the center and even right here. And again, the middle area here and the back here is all perforated, which is nice. And also the second row seats on the sides, they do come heated, which is a plus. And in the center here, if you pull this down, you do have your cup holders. You can also recline the second row seats as well. All right, now behind the driver and passenger seats here, you do have the extra storage pockets on both of the sides, of course. And on the rear center console area, you have your very own heating and cooling temperature controls. You've got the heated seat buttons right there. There's also USB ports and another outlet down there. All right, let's head to the front to see if anything else is different on the door trim area. Not really, it's exactly the same. The only other thing is you have more space down here. And on the speaker here, it doesn't say Klipsch. Instead, you get an extra speaker up here where it says Klipsch. And then you just got your typical window and side mirror controls and the driver memory seat buttons. All right, now as for the front row seats here, these are exactly like the second row seats with all of the nice detailing, designing, the stitching, even got the Pro-4X stitched up here as well on both of the sides. So that's a nice little touch. And both the front seats do come heated and vented. Also, the front seats come power adjustable, which again is convenient. Underneath, nothing too crazy, just your foot pedals. And then hidden right over here behind the plastic, you do have your hood latch release. And then up here, you've got your auto hold, electronic parking brake. And then moving further up to here, you've got your lane keep and then your tailgate button right there. And your steering wheel is power adjustable. All right, so starting up the Armada here, you do kind of have this graphic that plays for a quick second and the Nissan logo over here. All right, now as you make your way inside of the Armada, your dashboard is covered in hard and soft material. And then you got speakers that run all the way across. Also, another good thing about this is I love how in the driver's seat, even though the seat right now is at its lowest setting, and yet I feel like I'm very high in this, so I can see everything in front of me. Like I can see almost over the hood, which is actually a very good thing, especially if you're going off-roading or just in general. And then you move into this beautiful screen here. It's a fully digital cluster, and this is actually a 14.3 inch display here. Not only that, but this goes into your touchscreen, which is another 14.3 inches. So you get this crazy looking display of over 28 inches of screen real estate. So on here, on your cluster area. I love how everything is laid out. And if you want to go through all of the different things, all you got to do is just control it through the scroll wheel. So if I go down on the scroll wheel, it's going to change the look of it. If I go again, it's going to come back to here. And then also there's these arrows that you see, the left and the right. So if I click on any of those, it's going to go through even more things about the vehicle. So you have a ton of things, as you just saw there quickly. You also get a full map view, which is pretty cool. And then if you keep going, there's just a bunch of different things that you can view. All right, as for the steering wheel, this is wrapped in leather, and even on this you have more of the nice red stitching. You've got the almost black chrome trimming all the way around, and then the red Nissan logo. Over on this side, you've got a few controls like your cruise control settings, follow distance, and whatnot. You've also got the volume buttons here, and then you have this blue icon right here. So if you press that, that is going to be for all of your safety features. The other side here has your Bluetooth, cluster controls, and then you have these controls right here. So if I press this, I can now control the touchscreen with the scroll wheel. So as you can see, I can move through all of that. If I press it again, now I can control the touchscreen here, which is pretty neat. Also behind, you'll notice paddle shifters on both the sides, and back here, you do have your lighting controls, high beams, indicators, and all of that. And then on the other side, you have your front and rear wiper controls. And right behind the steering wheel, you do have your trailer brake controller. And then you also get this screen here as well, which shows you all of the controls, which is pretty neat. Now over on the center armrest area, you've got more soft touch material with the red stitching and the cool 3D printed trimming there. And opening this up here, you do have this tray that you can use if you do want, but this does pop out, and you do get a good amount of deep storage space in this. And all of this is like covered in this velvet trim, which again, it's pretty different than typical vehicles where you just have the plastic, so you get that here. Now, just to quickly show you on the center console area at the bottom, you do have more space, which you can definitely utilize. And if you look closely, right down there, you have another outlet. All right, now on the center console itself, you've got this beautiful aluminum trimming here that says Armada, and then you also have the since 1951 there as well. And then this part here, it's very nice. Again, like I was mentioning on the door trim, this kind of has like this brushed aluminum look in a darker tone, and this just opens up, so you have your wireless charging area here. You've got USB ports right here, and then your front cup holders. All right, and then you make your way into all of this here. There's a ton of gloss black on this. There's no shifter on this, how you would either find it here or like somewhere here, but instead you've got these buttons, which I think are way better. You've also got the suspension here for auto, and then the auto start stop, and then all of your 4x4 controls, and then you have a bunch of different modes that you can go through on this. And then you have all of your typical heating and cooling temperature controls. You've got the heated seats, vented seat buttons right here, heated steering wheel button there, and then for the passenger side here. And then here is all of your media controls, and then you have a camera button right here. And like I was mentioning, this has cameras all around, and you get a 3D camera view. So this is what I was talking about for 3D. Now you get a bird's eye view here with a bunch of different angles of the camera. So if I click back into 3D here, so as you can see, I can not only move this around and literally see everything around me, but then if I click on any of the cameras, it'll show me exactly that angle. So if I go to the back, it's going to show me that angle. This I love. I think every manufacturer should have a 3D camera system. It's so convenient and very easy, especially if you're towing or parking or whatever it is. Super simple with this. And then you kind of have this 3D symbol right there, and then this just goes all the way around. And then of course down here, you have all of the different angles that you can see. So right here I have the front view. And then if I do that, it's gonna kind of show me a panoramic view. So here's the front view, and then it stitches kind of with the side mirror camera, so you get a full frontal. And then here you have kind of a panoramic view of the front. This is actually pretty cool. You have like this hoodless front look, and then back to 3D. All right, now we go back into the screen here. And again, like I was mentioning, it's all tied together with the cluster. Even on this, I love all of the detailing and how they just did everything. Something very small, even like the background that you see here, kind of like a horizon. Again, a nice little touch that they did. So here on your homepage, you have a bunch of different things. You've got your map view, sources, devices. So right off the bat, you can see a ton of things. And if I swipe over, you've got even more things. Swiping over again, there's more things. And this is actually not delayed at all. It's pretty responsive, which is good. Also, if you see here, you got your heating and cooling temperature controls as well. So I can quickly have a shortcut menu that pops up. And then you have all of these icons here. So you have your map, which pops up as a full screen. Next is this audio icon. So you have your FM, Sirius XM, AM, Apple CarPlay, Bluetooth, all of that good stuff, even Amazon Alexa. It's all controlled through here. And then you've got this phone button. So once you do have your phone connected, you can manage it through there. Here is the home button that I was showing you. So this is what it looks like. Next is this icon here, which is for your heating and cooling temperature controls. You can do it through here or the buttons down here, and you can also control the rear, of course. Next are these 4 little squares. Here you have all of your different apps and whatever you want to go through about the vehicle. So interior lights, dash cam, just a whole bunch of different things. You've even got Google Assistant. And yeah, all of these you can just go through and kind of fine tune to your liking, all of the settings and everything. Of course, you have Android Auto. Now, if I go to here, this is your Google Assistant, so you can say whatever you want to it. Let's exit out of there. And yeah, that's pretty much it for the screen. I like the screen and how everything is so easy to use. Up top, you just got your rear view mirror. However, if I do this, it turns into a digital rear view mirror, which is nice. And you've also got an inside facing camera. And then moving up here, you have space here for your sunglasses, all of your interior lights, sunroof controls, sunshade controls, SOS, and then you have this interior camera as well here. Here's the key fob and what it looks like for the Armada, a typical Nissan key. All right, let's come to the passenger side and take a look. Here's another look at the under console storage here. And then on the dashboard here, you have more of the soft touch material with the same red stitching and the nice designing there. And you kind of have like this wood trimming. So you only get that here. I wish they had it more throughout the whole interior. This looks very nice actually. Very nice detailing and everything. And then you've just got your glove compartment space right there. And here is the window sticker for this new Pro-4X. The pricing you see is in Canadian dollars. Well, that does it for the review on this all new 2025 Nissan Armada Pro-4X. Let me know in the comments down below what you think of this.